Not sure if someone is being passive aggressive and you still want to give them the benefit of the doubt, asking a genuine question as if you are in the subordinate position can de-escalate the situation. Give you an example. I just read the book Love is Free, Guac is Extra by Monty Moran, the former co-CEO of Chipotle. The theme throughout his book is the importance of asking genuine questions and not coming across as a know-it-all, even if you're in a position of authority, like being a CEO of a major corporation. And he says that he learned this very early on in his life, and he gives the example of one of his first jobs in high school required like a lot of door knocking, or maybe it was college, I don't remember. And that once he was looking for a house number and somebody in a rougher neighborhood that he'd been warned not to go to, but he was like, no, I still need to go to these people. Was like, hey, what are you looking at? And he said that instead of getting aggressive back or getting defensive, he just said, I'm just looking for house number 1415. Do you know where that is? And the guy was like, oh, yeah, they're just around the corner. He said he just said it like very nicely, genuinely, pointed at, the sheet he was holding. He didn't like get in a tiz. He was like, if he had responded as aggressively as that person, this situation might have escalated. And you could make the argument that the other person started it and he was just looking for a house number, but I think something that Moran doesn't explicitly say, but that is implied, is that he knew he was in the position of privilege. This was a poor neighborhood. He was there working for an insurance company. He didn't live there. He assumedly lived somewhere a little wealthier. And he was in their home territory, not his. And that those people have probably had a negative experience with people who look like him and work for companies like he does. And when you go in recognizing that power imbalance and that privilege, and you go in with humility, you're not just going to not end up in a fight, you could also learn a lot more and have an expanded worldview. If you followed me and you've seen my workplace bullying content, I say don't just turn the other cheek. Because if you don't do anything when a workplace bully is harassing you, you are involuntarily giving them permission to continue, or that's how they interpret it. There are a mix of techniques to use, and I have a whole module on that, module 3 and 4 in my workplace bullying course in my school on tips to navigate workplace bullying while you're getting your documentation to file. That's module 2. And also how to intervene as a bystander when you see other people being bullied. So this isn't a rollover and don't stand up for yourself comment, but I do think this person has a really good point that sometimes we just don't know. It's good to ask a question. And if someone really is being passive aggressive, asking them the question puts them on the spot. They have to explain themselves, which makes it easier to hold them accountable, or they have to move the fuck on, which is ideal. If you need help with any of this, the link to my school is in my bio, and also a link for your first consult with me, which is free.